This is Porter Citrid, number 2.
This is Brett Griffin, number 0.
This is Maddox Tanny, number 12.
This is AJ Thomas, number 22.
This is Garrett Conover, number 23.
This is Craig Leroy, number 4.
Miles Warrenson, number 13.
Ben Johansson, number 14.
Welcome to the Emery Spartan pregame show on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Jordan Buscarini and Travis Anderson.
Welcome out to Emery High School here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Aiden Mortensen alongside you for today as we are moments away from the start of tonight's contest between the Emery Spartans and the Wildcats of South Summit. Welcome in to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. We are here in beautiful Castledale, Utah as the Spartans prepare for a non-region tilt against the Wildcats. Gonna be an interesting game because the Spartans, fresh off a dominant win over the Broncos of San Juan, 55-42 Wednesday night. The Spartans looking to continue their homestand tonight against South Summit. Now, South Summit is entering tonight off their first loss of the season on Wednesday, where they fell to a future Spartan foe, the Union Cougars, 57-56, a heartbreaker down there in Union. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. One team looking to continue their winning ways, the other team looking to get some revenge and get back to their winning streak. Now, early in the year, the Spartans are led by senior guard Porter Citrid. He's got a hot hand early on in the year, good for about 21 points a night. He's been a key conductor of this Spartans offense. Love what we've been seeing from Porter early on in the year. And then also scoring in double figures for the Spartans is the sophomore sensation Brett Griffin. He contributes 13.7 points per game while shooting a team-high 48% from the field. South Summit, on the other hand, a very potent scoring machine. Not one player you can single out, as they have 4 of their starters averaging in double digits. They are led by Maddox Welch, the senior, putting up 16.8 points per game a night. Right behind him, Bill Harris, the junior, with 13.3 points, Joey Harris, the senior, with 10.3, and Blake Osgathorpe with 10.7 points a night. It's an exciting South Summit offense. I had the opportunity to go watch them out in Camas at South Summit High when they faced the Carbon Dinos earlier in the year. That is a team who really knows how to win. The Dinos looking much improved early on in the season. Going to be a good year. Looking forward to that rivalry matchup between these two. But when they matched up with the Wildcats of South Summit, problems were had as the Dinos were able to hold the Wildcats scoreless in the second quarter, outscoring them 16-0. But the Dinos still lost that game by 16, 72-56. South Summit through 3 quarters, averaging nearly 25 points a frame. That is hard to stop. So when South Summit gets going, they are lights out. But when they're off, it can feel like a charity because of all the bricks they are laying down. But for South Summit loyalists, the good far outweighs the bad with this squad. Looking also at Emery, help coming all around the floor as everyone really gets involved in this offense. You got to look to the junior forward, Maddox Tanny. His 6.7 points per game a night really paces them down low in the paint. You also look at players like AJ Thomas, who when he has the ball in his hands, looks like a wizard out there. He is hard to stop. What a showing from AJ. He's a very talented player. Garrett Conover, 6.6 points a night. He's an inside-out threat. He has a nice little fadeaway jumper that will make opposing defenses pay. Now, the Spartans primarily run a 2-3 defense under head coach Dave Justice, so it's an interesting look for the Spartans. Are they going to stick to that 2-3, a defense which is known for leaving shooters open along the perimeter, or are they going to switch to more of a man look? Coach Justice, a very smart basketball coach. I'm excited to see how he handles this game tonight. We got a lot of great content coming up here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Coming up next, we've got an interview from Wednesday's game against San Juan. Both Coach Dave Justice and Brett Griffin joined the Sutherland's broadcast booth for a conversation post-game. We've got that in its entirety coming up. You're listening to Emery Spartan basketball right here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next vehicle. They offer guaranteed lowest prices. Come check out the selection of Ford F-Series trucks, including America's most popular truck, the Ford F-150.
We have them all right here in Price. Stop in and see us for a different experience.
The Spartans play here.
This is Maddox Tanny, number 12. This is Miles Warrenson, number 13.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. 20 minutes away from tip-off between the Wildcats and the Spartans, but earlier in the week, the Spartans were able to defeat the Broncos of San Juan 55-42. Jordan had the opportunity to sit down with head coach Dave Justice and Brett Griffin to discuss the win and the early season, as well as what lies ahead for the Spartans. We go now to that interview in full.
Final score here tonight, Emery gets the win 55-42 over the San Juan Broncos, and we're going to talk about that win right now. Joining us at the broadcast table, we have head coach Dave Justice. Should we be? But, Coach, I think if we go back and we kind of take a look at the way things really went down in that first half, we'll talk about the 18-4 run, right, because that was absolutely huge. Figuring out a way to get that moving early on and really never looking back after that. I mean, despite some of the slumps that would come the rest of the way, I mean, you had to be happy with the explosion right out of the gate.
Definitely. I think, and that's kind of where we're at as a team right now. That's the kind of the frustrating but yet promising thing about us is that I feel like we've had spurts where we're amazing and we've played really well. That was kind of like during that 18-4 run. But then there's times that, like we kind of have a lull or whatever. And I think that happened a little bit today. And so that just shows that we still have improvement to make. And so that's also exciting that we have somewhere to go and work on. And so, but just again, we had to build up enough, and then they cut it to 9, kind of had all the momentum. And then it was really nice to kind of settle back in and, extend that lead and eventually get the W. So
let's talk about some of the big performers in this game. Porter obviously gets his. He finishes tonight with 22, so he goes beyond his season average. But I love the balance in the first quarter. Every single starter had at least 2 points.
That's awesome, and that's where we wanted to be. I think sometimes, we preach trying to move the ball, and all the other guys are such good shooters, and so we're the best when we're moving the ball, making that extra pass, and kind of sharing it together. So yeah, it was a great job that first quarter. That first quarter was outstanding, and jump up on like that kind of took away their spirit a little bit, and it was able to kind of settle in the rest of the game.
I like how you called this kind of a rivalry now. We're getting to that point with San Juan. That's a good thing. I think it's good for kids.
Yeah, I mean, going down there last year and just playing in that place and how excited they were when they beat us. And so that was definitely kind of a message, just like, hey guys, this is a big game. This is players and guys that you've seen play football against you guys. A lot of you guys play football. I help coach football. And so, it's Nieves who is in the record book. Palmer's in the record books for these football stats, and so they were excited to kind of match up with these kids and see what they had. And I'm proud of them.
7-2. Well, that sounds good. It just sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh, it's better than 6-3. So,
yeah, it's amazing how 7-2. It's one game, but
it makes a difference. Yeah.
It sounds different. Coach, we go back and look at the first 9 games of the season, and you and I kind of talked about this yesterday on the radio. What are you most excited about when you look at this team now that we have this sample size?
I would say just how we're improving and we're just growing as a team. I think you can look in the season and you can look at our kind of our youth and be like, oh, Emery's got a lot of juniors, or they're playing a couple sophomores, and Breck and Logan got back today, and you could be like, well, they're going to be good in a year or two, and it was so nice for them to be like, no, we want to be good now, and I don't know how we'll end up in the season, but I just think that hey, only we can play one game at a time, and we're going to play after it now, and so it's been a great start to the season, and I'm super excited about where we can go, but we're going to try to take it one game at a time too.
I got to get your perspective on Logan Lester. It's great to have another depth piece back, right? But, I mean, it's obvious when Logan is out there on the court, you have another ball handler that we know he's shifty. We know he's got some speed, right? But it appears that he is going to settle in nicely. Did not take long for him to get acclimated. He fit right in.
Oh, definitely. And I think he was a little frustrated just because, he's used to being amazing. And it was amazing tonight. He did a great job. I just think it's going to take him a minute to kind of get accustomed to everything that's been going on. I mean, he missed 8 games.
Right.
And so he'll settle in. You can see his athleticism and his ball handling, and we're super excited and it's going to be super nice to have another ball handler, especially when teams start to press or it gets late in the game and we need to kind of control the ball. So we're super excited. He's a great player, and he's gonna get out there and do great things for us. So
let's talk about the guy we got sitting next to you. That's Brett Griffin, and as Brett, he gets more and more confident, and I love what I saw late in the game. He was able to take his man off of the dribble. I don't think anyone can guard him man-to-man.
No, this kid he's a monster. He does a great job for us. My favorite thing about Breck is that when Breck makes, he doesn't make a lot of them, but when he makes a bad play or a bad pass, or even if it's not quite his fault, he's the first one to take accountability. Be like, my bad, I should have done this or done this. And so he's a great kid and great player. And I just think as you see the season goes on and his year goes on, he's going to grow with confidence. He's going to grow with maturity. And biggest thing is just going to have that experience. And the sky's the limit for him. And we're super excited about him. And I mean, he's a great player now, but he's just going to keep getting better because of his work ethic. And so he's a great kid, and we're excited to have him. We're glad he's on our team.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I think sometimes we got to remind ourselves, pinch ourselves. Well, he's a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I want to get after him, and I'm sorry about that, Breck. But you forget he's just a sophomore.
Yeah,
and it's a lot to because I think we've talked about this before, but because playing as a freshman, it almost was kind of like his sophomore season, and now it's like this feels like his junior season away. But really in reality, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
And so we know what Brett can do, and it's all our kids. We're gonna live. They're all great players, and we're gonna kind of live with some of the mistakes they make because you know what? They make a lot of good plays too, all of them. So yeah, they have some mistakes. As basketball, that is what basketball. You're gonna miss a shot, you're gonna have turnovers, but they do a lot of good things on the court, and that's including with Brett. So.
Well, Coach, 7-2 sure looks good. I appreciate you taking out the time to come up. Let's hear from Breck.
Obviously, there you go.
All right, have a good night, Coach. Thank you. Very appreciate it. Breck, Slide on in here for a second. Let's talk about this one tonight. You guys get the win. You get to 7-2. It was a great start to the game tonight, no question, getting out to that early 18-4 lead. How much easier is it to play with a double-digit lead early on in the game opposed to a close-knit game? I mean, is there a big difference for you when you guys build that cushion early on?
Yeah, I kind of feel so, but at the same time, like you get up by so much that you almost slack off on some plays. You take plays off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what we need to do, I think, as a team, we just got to keep pushing the ball up the court. Can't just because we're up by that much, we can't do that.
Yeah, you kind of got a wake-up call right in the third quarter. They cut it down to 9 points. I thought Coach strategically used those timeouts correctly. What did Coach tell you guys when he took the timeout and they made that little run and they got it to single digits?
He called that timeout and pretty much just said we need to move the ball. I didn't feel like we were forcing a lot, but we were definitely not playing our best ball movement. If we were to pass those, we could have got cleaner looks than what we got.
I think it was kind of a flip, right? Because early on, we're playing with this huge lead up 31-11. Maybe shared the ball a little bit too much, right? And then they cut back a little bit. They get within single digits, maybe not sharing the ball enough. So it's kind of finding that happy medium, which I'm sure is difficult to do.
Yeah. But honestly, we're playing great. I feel like we're moving the ball awesome. Credit to Porter. Porter shooting awesome.
Yeah.
He's my main guy. I get the ball to, and he knocks down that shot and gets me that assist. So thank him for that.
Well, we got to see you a little bit more man-to-man. I love it when you try to take a defender off of the dribble or take a defender off of the dribble. I don't know that there's too many that can stay in front of you. I think that we better get used to seeing it. You did it a couple of times late in the ball game. You like playing an ISO a little bit if they're going to take you man-to-man. All right, clear out. Let me do some work here.
Yeah. So that's the main thing. I think if I can do that and they get in a man, if I can do that, I can either get downhill or I can kick out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How much easier is it becoming? Again, I just talked with Coach about this. We got to pinch ourselves and remind us that you're a sophomore. How much easier is it the more time you get and the more focal point that you are of this offense? Because while you got to play last year, you came in spot moments, right? Now you're kind of a focal point. How much easier is it now that we're 9 games deep?
It's getting way easier. Like, obviously, I still want to play my best, but I believe Coach has confidence in me, and that gives me confidence, and I respect him for that. He's a great coach. Both Chris, Todd, and Lance, and Dave, they're awesome coaches.
Well, you guys are definitely playing some top-notch basketball right now, sitting at 7-2, and I think context matters to the schedule. It's been a difficult schedule throughout 9 games. I mean, it's not as if it's been a cupcake slate by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it was the Ben Lomond and then the Bear River trip, and I thought finishing last week with a 2-2 record was an accomplishment. In the back of my mind, I was thinking the whole time, if we get to 2-2 this week, we've got to be happy with that. What were your thoughts on that 4-game stretch?
That 4-game stretch, we were super pumped. Like 4-0, we're pumped. We're ready for that next game. I think that loss over ALA, they were a good team, but I think that's a beatable team, in my opinion. I think we just didn't play our best, but it honestly did feel good going 4-0. And then now, what are we now?
7-2.
7-2. That's awesome.
Yeah, 7-2 after going 2-1 over the weekend, right? Saw some great competition. Yeah. Very easily could have been 3-0 over the weekend as well. I'm sure you guys felt that way.
Yeah. Just that tournament, just that heartbreaker loss against Bear River. Credit that kid. He had 42 points. Nothing really you can do about that.
Happens, right?
He's a great player.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, we got to talk about let's talk about being a student athlete at Emery. I don't think I've ever got to talk to you about this. So, as a sophomore and now juggling basketball, which is literally every single night, right? How difficult is it?
It's pretty difficult, but my mom stays on top of me with school, and that's awesome.
You have no choice with her, right? No, you have no choice.
No, but I do love her for that.
Yeah.
That she keeps me going with my grades, and I love her for that.
Finding the rhythm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm finding that rhythm. I'm getting. My mom and dad always says schoolwork comes first.
Sure. There's a reason why you're a student athlete, right? Not an athlete student.
Exactly.
Is Is it hard to try to stay focused heading into Christmas break as a student, or are you guys pretty focused here right now, looking like, hey, we still got 2 weeks of ball before we get a little bit of a break?
It is pretty hard for student because you got that Christmas break coming up, and you're kind of just tired of school. But I think I'm locked in with schoolwork. I think that's the main priority for me.
Good.
I want to get good grades, and obviously I'm in that gym, just putting up shots. But yeah.
All right. Now, routine-wise, when you're done with the game, what happens next? What do you do when you go home? Do you ice down? What do you do after a game? Especially when you took a tough shot underneath the basket. You were shaken up a little bit. And I think it's important to note, I think you lead the team in bloody noses this year as well.
Goodness.
So, I mean, you've been beaten up a little bit. What do you do after the games to make sure you're in good shape and you're feeling good physically?
I don't really like to do a lot, but my dad makes me, and I appreciate that. He makes me. We ice a lot.
Yeah.
We get that, especially my knee. I've had those past injuries, and he's had me ice. We have a hot tub. Just all of that recovery process.
I could be wrong. I got 3 bloody noses in 9 games. I want to say.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think one crack in the nose.
It's a physical brand of ball that you play, though, right?
Yeah. I like that aggressiveness. Yeah, I like that.
Well, tonight you played great. Breck got the win. We had you down for 14 points. You got to the foul line early as well, which I think is kind of an art, right? You're starting to learn how to get some freebies at the line. The body control, the contact, initiating the contact, playing a physical brand. Seems like everything's working.
Yeah, it's going great. I just appreciate my teammates. They move the ball. We move the ball great. AJ Thomas finds me. Porter Stitchard finds me. And I'm glad to see Logan Lester coming back. We're going to use him. I'm excited.
Yeah, a little bit more depth, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
I'm
important.
way excited.
Hey, Breck, I'm going to let you get. I know it's a school night. Congratulations on the win. It's always fun to chat with you.
Appreciate it, Jordan.
Absolutely.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Discover the best in local flavor at Stewart's Market in Castledale and Main Street Market in Farron. Enjoy the largest fresh produce section around. Ripe, vibrant, and hand-selected just for you. The personal butcher ensures every cut is just right, and the deli delights with ready-to-eat favorites. Shop fresh, shop local, and taste the difference community makes. Only at Stewart's Market and Main Street Market. Come home to quality and hometown service today.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The Spartans play here.
This is Porter Citrid, number 2.
This is Brett Griffin, number 0.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Under 4 minutes now until tip-off as the Spartans prepare to take on the Wildcats of South Summit. Emery 7-2 on the year. South Summit 5-1. During that interview with Jordan Breck, alluded to the depth of the Spartans, and my goodness, do they have that in spades. Lester Logan getting ready to go back into more playing shape. Ben Johansson. They have a lot of very talented players who are going to be able to come off the bench. Unfortunately for the Spartans tonight during the JV game, suffer a loss to that depth. Backup center Miles Mortensen takes an elbow to the face, knocks his tooth out on the opening tip, so the Spartans will be out without Miles tonight. But a very talented group for the Spartans, but for South Summit, again, a very potent scoring machine coming out from campus. I had the opportunity to talk to assistant head coach Will Harris before this contest. He said the plan was to shoot the lights out tonight, and as you watch the warm-ups of the Wildcats, that's exactly what they look like they're going to do. We're going to take a quick look at the starting lineups now. We're going to start with the visiting South Summit Wildcats, wearing number 1. The senior averaging 10.7 points per game, Blake Osgathorpe. Wearing number 3, the senior leading the team in scoring with 16.8 points a night, Maddox Welch. The senior averaging 3.2, but getting it done everywhere else on the floor, Brighton Hansen. The junior wearing number 15, averaging 13.3 a night, Bill Harris. And rounding out that starting 5 for South Summit, wearing number 35, the senior averaging 10 points a night, Joey Harris. We're going to throw it now to the starters for the Spartans.
This is AJ Thomas, number 22, point guard.
Porter Citrid, number 2, shooting guard.
Brett Griffin, number 0, guard.
Derek Conover, number 23, forward.
Mattis Tanny, center, number 12.
Again, year 5 on the floor for Emery, wearing number 0, the sophomore sensation forward, averaging 13.7 points a night, Breck Griffin. The leading scorer of the Spartans, wearing number 2, the sniper from range, the senior, Porter Citrid. Wearing number 12, the man who's going to get it done down low in the paint, the junior, Maddox Tanny. The guard, the junior, averaging 9.8 points per game. Looks like Allen Iverson. His name, A.J. Thomas. And rounding out that starting 5 for the Emery Spartans will be Garrett Conover, the junior, averaging 6.6 points per game. And again, the meanest fadeaway I have ever seen. The Spartans, coached by head coach Dave Justice. The Wildcats by head coach Craig Morris. We're going to take a break for the anthem. And when we return, we'll be back for more action right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 22. This is Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back out to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Starters underway here at the Spartan Center in beautiful Castledale, Utah. Recapping those starters, the starting five for South Summit: Blake Osgathorpe, Maddox Welch, Brighton Hansen, Bill Harris, and Joey Harris. The hometown kids get under the spotlight now, getting ready to go. You're looking at Brett Griffin, Porter Citrid, Maddox Tanny, AJ Thomas, and Garrett Conover. A fearsome five for the Spartans, looking to move to 8-3 on the year. South Summit looking to bounce back from a loss yesterday to Union and an advancement to 6-1 on the year. And the Spartans tonight are going to have to be very wary of the three-point shooting ability of South Summit. They are snipers from beyond the arc. They will make you pay if you give them even an inch of space. What makes that task even harder to stop is the ball movement shown by the Wildcats. They swing the rock with arcing rainbow passes side to side all over the court. They are near impossible to stop when they get in a rhythm, but the Spartans, a team built to compete, and I think they're going to give South Summit all they can ask for. Going to be a good indicator of where the Spartans are at this early on in the season, as the Spartans will be wearing their white uniforms with yellow outline and black numbering. The Wildcats in their blackout jerseys with the green numbering. They'll be going left to right on your radio dial. The Spartans right to left. Moments away from tip-off here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. The excitement palpable here in the Spartan Center as they are ready to take the floor. The lights are back up and the fans on their feet. Tip-off moments away. Head official gets the go-ahead signal from the table, waiting for the Spartans. Jumping for Emery, it will be Garrett Conover. He'll be jumping against Osgathorpe. Now, if there is someone I've seen be able to jump out of a gym, it is Blake Osgathorpe. The Spartans have all they're going to want and more on this opening tip. And we are up and away. Spartans win the tip, recovered by A.J. Thomas. He's going to be the floor general this trip down, crossing that mid-court stripe. He takes it in between the pipes. Isolation action, allowing the offense to set up. Dribbles right, swings over to Citrid on the right wing. Jab step, goes opposite of screen, drives in, step back, shot from 15, gets it to fall. Porter Citrid making it rain early, 2-0 advantage for Emery, 7:35. Up the court races. South Summit, they got Harris into the high post. They swing to Osgathorpe. He'll take the shot from 15. Rattles, won't fall. Rebound Conover for Emery. The Spartans go the other way. Thomas along the right side of the court. Drives right in, dump pass off, and beautiful finish. What a find by A.J. Thomas to Maddox Tanny, who goes up and in for two. Spartans up 4-0 early, 7-10 in the first quarter. South Summit looking for an answer. Emery's 2-3, playing up, extended along the baseline, playing closer to the free throw line with their back three. South Summit tries to move the ball around the perimeter. They're struggling. They get to Osgothorpe in the high post. Kicks out left corner. Shot from three-point range and reins it in. Does Maddox Welch. Three-pointer makes it a 4-3 affair. Emery still in the lead with 6:45 and counting. Citron, he'll take one from NBA range. Off the front of the rim, won't fall. Rebound South Summit. They'll race the other way. Attempted loft pass, trying to find a wide open Joey Harris in the corner. Instead, Maddox Welch sends it soaring into the seventh row of the stand. Score remains 4-3 with 6:35 left to go in quarter number one. Emery back to the races. Thomas crosses the timeline, conducting the offense. The maestro at work. Picks up his dribble, sends the high post pass to Conover on the right side. Handoff goes Griffin. Griffin takes a three. Can't connect. Lots of contact and the whistle blown. They're going to say the foul happened on the floor. They're going to whistle that one against the Wildcats. Going to be against Brighton Hansen. His first foul from either of these two squads in the game. Going to set Emery up along the far baseline. Griffin, the inbound man this go around. Lob pass. In between the pipelines, they find Conover. Rolls to his right, takes the fadeaway. Call him Baby Dirt. Garrett Conover hits the two. 6-3 advantage. The Spartans doubling up South Summit. They race the other way. Harris kicks it out to Welch. Brings it back in between the circles, resets the offense. They swing right corner, deep three. Won't fall. Air ball, in fact, by Bill Harris. Rebound goes to the Spartans. Still 6-3. Griffin drives down the lane. Has nowhere to go, forced to kick out to Citron. Thinks about the three, won't take it. Jab step, drives down the left lane, goes up with the right. Lots of contact, no whistle. South Summit with the rebound. They'll race the other way. Joey Harris tries to go coast to coast, forced to pick up 15 feet away from the basket. Tries to pass down low, stolen away by Griffin. He'll race the other way. Tries to find Citron, can't get it as the ball bounces between two players as if it were a ping pong table, but the last touch goes against the Wildcats. Emery remains in possession. 6-3 sits the score with 5:28 left to go in quarter number one. Citron surveys the floor, gets it into Conover near midcourt. Kicks to Griffin on the left wing, extended near travel. Official won't blow it. A.J. Thomas now in between the pipes, conducts the offense. 17 on the shot clock. Kicks out to Griffin on the right corner. He'll drive along the baseline. Attempts the bounce pass to Conover. Poked away by the Wildcats. They'll race the other direction. They kick it out to the corner. They find Osgothorpe to the high post. He passes to Hansen. Drives in. Puts up the fader. Air ball yet again. The offensive woes continue for South Summit early on as the rebound goes to Emery. They swing it up to A.J. Thomas. Goes to work. Drops the shoulder. Drives in. Gets the shot to fall. A.J. with the running back move, drops the shoulder, gets inside, and gets the rewarded with the easy two. 8-3 sits the score in favor of Emery. Osgothorpe sends the pass down low. They find Welch. Kicks outside to Joey Harris. Three-point shot won't fall. Rebound goes to Bill Harris. His putback effort will be rewarded with two. Makes it 8-5. Emery the other direction as A.J. Thomas on the right wing. Handoff to Citron in the same spot. Drives in to the high post. Has the ball poked away, able to recover. Good defense from South Summit. Forces the reset from the Spartans. Hesitation coming from Citron. Can't get the shot to fall. Lots of contact again. No whistle. Rebound South Summit. Welch pushes the ball up court. Kicks outside. They find Hansen. To the left corner, they swing Harris. Bounce pass down low to Bill Harris. The high post, they go to Osgothorpe. He'll take a step back, takes the three, and makes it rain. Blake Osgothorpe has three and knots this game up at 8 with 3:45 left to go in quarter number one. Thomas, again, trying to get the Emery going after falling into a bit of a drought. He'll dribble right side, fakes the handoff to Citron. Drives down low to the paint. He'll absorb a lot of contact, and he'll be rewarded with a trip to the charity stripe. First trip to the line from either team tonight as A.J. toes the line. 49% free throw shooter on the season. Looking to go at least 50% this go around. Fans frozen in silence as the first shot from Thomas up. Off the back iron, won't fall, still sits at 8-8, 3:36 left to go. Substitutions coming in for both sides. For Emery, we see the first appearance of Logan Lester tonight. For South Summit, we'll get those substitutions as they touch the ball. Thomas lines up for shot number 2. And he'll get that one to fall, splitting the trip to the line, puts Thomas at 3 points on the contest. Joey Harris brings the ball across the stripe. Emery still in their 2-3 zone. The pass goes outside to Welch. Back to Harris. To Osgothorpe on the right wing. Trying to find high post, instead kicks to Harris. They find down the middle Jack Johnson. He'll kick out to Osgothorpe. A fading 3 on the right wing. Won't fall. Rebound Tanny. They get it to Conover to push the pace for the Spartans. To Tanny, the big man, getting involved right now. Takes the shot from 17 off the right side of the rim. Bricks off as rebound goes South Summit. They race downfield. Osgothorpe navigates the defense before kicking back outside to Welch. Welch has the ball poked away by Lester, and it's going to remain in possession of South Summit. Substitutions coming for the Wildcats. As into the contest enters Bill Harris. He's got 2 points on the day. They get the ball inside. South Summit moves it around the perimeter. Handoff to Osgothorpe in between the circles. Now to Harris. Drives inside. Finds Jack Johnson. They're forced to kick out. They find Joey Harris. His 3 off the back of the iron. Bounces around before Breck pulls it down. And a jump ball whistled. Good hustle effort coming from the Wildcats as Carson Morris ties the ball up with Griffin. 9-8 sits the score with 2:30 left here in quarter number 1. South Summit along the baseline, right on the E of Emery underneath the basket. They kick out to the corner. To the high post, they find Osgothorpe. Backs down Tanny. Fadeaway jumper. Lots of contest. Can't get it to fall. Breck with the rebound again. And another jump ball whistle. The Emery fans incensed. They think that whistle was too late. They're not pleased with that call one bit, but the ball still goes in favor of the Spartans. Citrid checks into the contest. Griffin heads to the bench for his first rest of the evening. As both squads putting on an offensive show early on. 9-8 sits the score with 2:15 left to go in quarter number 1. AJ has the ball in between the circles. Dribbles to the left wing. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it out. Finds Conover. Handoff to Tanny. Drives to the high post. Kick back outside to Garrett. Pass fake. Drive in. Fade away. Can't get the fader to fall. Rebound South Summit. They'll race the other way. South Summit gets the ball to the left wing. Surveying the floor, they kick it back outside. Reset courtesy of Osgothorpe. Harris with the ball. He kicks back to Osgothorpe on the right wing. Driving inside is South Summit, and a great block by Conover sends it soaring out of bounds. What a play by Conover, making the read on the zone, getting the swat out of bounds. South Summit still retains possession. They kick out to the corner. Going to be Welch taking a 3, and he'll make the Spartans pay for some lackadaisical inbound defense. Takes the first South Summit lead of the game, 11-9. Deep shot from the Spartans won't fall, and rebound goes in favor of South Summit. They'll keep pushing the other direction. They kick outside. They find an open Jack Johnson. His pass down. Won't go. They kick outside. Swing to Carson Morris. Back and forth they go. They find the hot hand of Welch, and he hits yet again. Bill Harris hitting the 3 that go around. Makes it a 14-9 game inside the final 60 seconds of quarter number 1. Spartans get tied up. Foul called down low along the baseline. Thomas on the drive. Absorbs some contact. Going to whistle it against Jack Johnson. Griffin and Ben Johansson into the contest now for Emery. as they get things set up along the baseline. Going to be Thomas on the inbound. Slaps the ball. Surveys around. They kick it out to Citrid. Brings it to the right wing. 15-second shot and game clock as the ball goes to Griffin on the left wing. Crossover, drive in, shot from 10, won't fall. Rebound goes to South Summit. And going to be a pretty even opportunity, a chance for the last shot of the quarter coming to South Summit as they continue their movement around the perimeter. They get into the hands of Brighton Hansen. Swing it over to Maddox Welch. He'll take a deep contested three off the back of the rim. Won't fall. Rebound Griffin. Pushes it up. They find Johansson to Citrid. Near travel. Puts up the layup. Can't fall. And South Summit now has an opportunity to end the quarter on another make. They swing it around. 3-2. Deep shot coming from Bill Harris. Off the back of the rim. Will not fall as Emery starts off hot, but tapers off near the end of the first, down 14-9 to the Wildcats of South Summit. We'll take a quick break here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, and we'll be right back with more Spartan basketball.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center. Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
The Spartans play here.
This is Maddox Tanny, number 12. This is Miles Warrenson, number 13.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into Emery Spartan basketball here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. South Summit starts the second quarter with a 14-9 advantage and the ball. Quick foul going to be whistled against the Spartans, going to be called against Brett Griffin, his first of the contest as they get the ball inside. Navigating around, drive in by Harris. Swings it outside. They find Joey Harris. He backs down into the high post, handoff to Welch. Swings out to Osgathorpe. Jab step, looking for somewhere to go. 20 on the shot clock. He spins it opposite Griffin. Kicks out. Left corner. Deep three. It will connect. A great deep shot coming from Bill Harris. He's got 8 in the contest, pacing all scorers today. Thomas brings the ball down the floor. Dribbles to the right, kicks to the left to Citrid. He'll take a three, try to answer back. Can't get that one to fall. Emery's three-point shooting has not been on point today as South Summit races the other direction. Hansen passes up to Joey Harris. Sling pass down low. He finds Bill Harris. He goes up and a foul whistled. As substitution's going to be coming in for Emery. Going to be the second against Griffin this quarter. After going foulless in the first, Emery picks up two in the first minute of the second quarter as Tanny goes in for a quick substitution. That foul deemed not to be shooting, so instead South Summit gets to line up on the Y of Emery right along the baseline. They survey the floor. Tipped up and out. Great defense by Conover. He grabs the steal, kicks it up to AJ, to Porter, the three. Nothing but net for the Spartans. Citrid's got 5 in the contest, 17-12. Emery cutting into the lead of the Wildcats as they search around, trying to find an answer. Emery looking much improved to start the second. Good ball movement. They get the ball into Osgathorpe from 5 out. His shot in the paint won't fall. Offensive rebound coming for the Wildcats. Bill Harris doing damage again. He's already in double digits with 10. 19-12 sits the score in favor of South Summit. Drive in by Thomas. Gets up. They're going to give him the and one. AJ's drive and shooting ability has been on full display tonight. as he gets to the chance to earn 3 points the old-fashioned way. Emery down 19-14, but they came in down 14-9. They're doing a good job to battle back against the Wildcats as AJ heads to the line. 1-2 on the afternoon. Can't connect on the shot. And South Summit will take over. Substitution coming for the Wildcats. Bill Harris taking a seat, much to the dislike of South Summit. He's got 10 points in the game. Instead, they'll put in Jack Johnson. Joey Harris brings the ball down floor for the Wildcats. Faces double team pressure, immediately swings to Osgathorpe. Back to Harris. They swing around. Osgathorpe on the right wing. He'll take a three. Good offensive rebound coming for Johnson. He's shoved, no whistle. Rebound instead goes to Emery. Tanny the other direction. Picks up his dribble. Trying to find an open man. They'll find Citrid. Spin move. Has a lane. Drives, fouled. We'll see if they award that on the ground or if he was in the motion of shooting. They're going to say he was on the ground for that one. Second team foul whistled against the Wildcats here in the second quarter. First personal against Joey Harris. Substitution as they send Brighton Hansen to the bench. In his place, Carson Morris enters. Citra, the inbound man, surveys the floor, kicks out to A.J. Thomas. He'll take a deep three. Off the backboard, won't fall. Rebound goes South Summit. Hesitation, drive in. Bounce pass out to Joey Harris. Thinks about the three, won't take it. Instead, they move it around. They find Osgathorpe in the right corner. Guarded closely by Conover. A back down along the baseline before retreating. They get the ball back outside. They find Welch. Into the high post. They find Johnson. Kick outside to Harris. Moving it around. Welch will take the three. Off the back iron, won't fall. Rebound. Tanny soars over everyone. Collision on the right side. Both players up and running now. Tanny with the fake handoff before being forced to kick it back outside to Citra. They find Thomas. 5 minutes left. 19-14 advantage for the Wildcats. Thomas pass down low. A good scooping save coming from Ben Johansson. They'll find out Tanny. He'll take the three. Can't connect as it skips off the side iron. Possession goes in favor of the Wildcats now. Loftus checking into the contest for South Summit. As South Summit gets to take it the other way. Moving the ball around, they try and find the high post. Instead, tipped down low. A good recovery move by Carson Morris. But the foul whistled. South Summit going to stay in possession. They're going to say he was in the act of shooting. He's going to be rewarded with a trip to the line. First personal whistled against Garrett Conover today. As first shot up and pure from Carson Morris. He finds his first points of the ball game. Big G heads to the bench, and in his place comes Breck. Second shot up off the back iron, won't fall. Rebound goes South Summit. They kick outside. Think about the three. Joey Harris drives instead. Bounce pass down low to Osgathorpe. They're calling a kicked ball violation. Going to stay in possession of the Wildcats. Over on our sister station, KRPX 95.3, The Peak, the Carbon Dinos taking on the Pirates of Green River. Down at the end of one, 25-9. The Pirates looking to make a statement. South Summit trying to conduct the offense. They'll be forced to loft over the head to Loftus. Out to Harris, back to Loftus, in between the pipes. To Joey Harris on the right wing, facing close pressure by Lester. Gives the point for the screen, picks up his dribble, sends the pass screaming to Jack Johnson in the high post to Osgathorpe on the right corner. They get it back out to Harris, to Loftus on the left. He'll take a three, skips off the front of the rim, rebounds South Summit. They try and find Osgathorpe down low, but poked away by the Spartans. Johansson coming up with the steal. Slings to Tanny. Now to Citrid, the handoff. He'll take a deep, arcing three, nothing but net for the senior. Porter, Citrid's got 8. Harris driving around. They kick out to Osgathorpe on the right corner, guarded closely by Griffin. They're forced to retreat, bringing it back outside. Near turnover, but they're able to recover. They swing out to Hansen. They find Loftus on the right corner. pass slings. They find Johnson off of the Spartans. Good defense by Breck. He's bringing the intensity off the bench. That's what you got to love when the young guys can come in and they can bring that fire with them. Substitutions for South Summit. Bill Harris back into the contest, the team's leading scorer tonight, as well as Riker Brown. Inbound struggles. A timeout called by Emery following the steal, doing all the right things to keep this one close. A great move, a great read off the inbound by Ben Johansson. Makes it a 2017 game with 3:34 left to go. As a timeout is called, we'll take that one with him. You're watching Emery High basketball right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 22. This is Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Coming back here into the Spartan Center. Emery down 2017 with 3:30 left and ticking here in quarter number 2. As they get the ball out to Greffen on the right corner. He'll take a spin inside. Air ball rebound by Loftus for the Wildcats. They'll push the other way. Joey Harris up court. Takes the screen before driving to the left side. Bounce pass finds Osgothorpe. Going to take the time, reset the offense. 4 out for the Wildcats. He fakes the pass, takes the 3 right down the barrel. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Loftus. He'll go up with the right. Fouled on his way up by Tanny. He's going to go to the line. As Loftus goes to the line, second trip of the day for South Summit. Split the first one, 1 of 2, as the first one goes awry for Loftus. Johansson heads to the bench in his place. G checks back inside. Conover will take the low block. Thomas coming in as well. He'll come in for Lester. 2017 is Loftus 1 of 2 from the line on this trip. Second is Pure as Loftus finds his first points of the contest. 21-17 sits the score. Thomas brings the ball down the floor, kicks over to Tanny on the left wing. Passes to a cutting Griffin, who finishes strong at the rack. What a cut by Brecken. What a find by the Spartans. Makes it a 2-point affair, 1-possession game in the Spartan Center. Harris conducts the offense for South Summit. Thinks about the deep 3, won't take it, swings to Welch instead. Entry pass, high post, they find Hansen. Back out to Joey Harris, his deep 3, rattles, won't fall, rebound Breck. He'll take it along the right side of the floor to the free throw line, extended. Fakes the handoff, loses the ball off his knee, gonna go other direction. A good move by the sophomore, but unfortunately not rewarded as it bounces awry. As 2 substitutions come in for the Wildcats. Both Riker Brown and Jack Johnson enter into the contest. Harris brings the ball down floor. Swings over to Johnson. They move the ball around to the high post. They find Bill Harris. Pass down low, outside, back to Johnson. His 3 won't fall. Offensive rebound again. Bill Harris kicks outside to Welch. Bounce pass. Sends Jack Johnson to the right corner. Stolen away by Tanny. Spartans racing the other way. Hesitation. Forced to pick up his dribble. Finds Garrett. Back to Tanny on the left wing. Fakes the handoff. Drives inside. He'll get hacked on his way up, and he's going to have a chance at the line for 2 free ones and a chance to tie this game for the Spartans. 21-19 sits the score with 1:55 and counting. As the Spartans look to keep their momentum alive. Tanny's first shot up. Off the back iron, won't fall. The Spartans, 2 of 5 on the day. Tanny eyes down the line for the second. 63% free throw shooter on the season. Can't connect. 0-2 on that trip to the line is Tanny. And instead, the Wildcats will race the other way. Still 21-19. The ball in the hands of Maddox Welch. Bounce pass. They find Hansen. Back to Welch in between the circles. Searching around. They get the ball at the high post. And a shot from 15 out by number 15, Bill Harris. Connects. 23-19. South Summit back up by 4 with 1:30 and ticking. A.J. Thomas back down on the drive. Kicks outside. Finds Lester. He'll fight through heavy contact. The sophomore muscles it through. What a move by Logan Lester. Harris, the ball in between the circles. Kicks outside and an attempt to save. Steps out and instead an errant turnover for the Wildcats. Sets the Spartans back up again with a chance to tie this game. Osgathorpe back into the game for the Wildcats. As Thomas has the ball. In between the tubes he goes, tries to find Conover in the high post. Ball poked away by South Summit. Going to stay in possession of the Spartans. Inbound man going to be Lester. Slaps the ball, lobbing it to Thomas. He gets it with 57 left on the game clock. Dribbles to the left. Goes to kick outside, but is fouled on the way there. Whistled against Hansen of Summit. 4th team foul for the Wildcats with under 50 left to go here. Morris back into the game for South Summit. Lester surveys the floor, kicks it out to Citrid. Porter brings it back outside of the left wing. Quick burst of speed sends him out. They kick out to Thomas. Over to Conover. Shot fake before kicks outside. Back to Citrid. Looks around. Lob pass down to Conover. He's able to receive. Double team pressure. Kicks out to AJ. Drive inside. Tries to go up and get the whistle, but they're not going to give it to him. Instead, they say out of bounds on the Spartans. South Summit gets to go the other way. Joey Harris conducting the offense with the shot clock turned off. 25 seconds and ticking in half number 1. The Spartans down to 23-21. Content to let that clock tick down, he waits until pressure comes before advancing it. Bounce pass. They move the ball around. They find Welch. Back to Harris. To Welch. Back and forth they go. Passing it like a hot potato into the high post to Harris. To Welch. He'll take the 3 as time expires and beats the buzzer. And he has some words for the student section. Maddox Welch gets his 9th point as well as his 3rd 3 as South Summit goes into the halftime break up 26-21 over the Spartans. Emery had moments where they could tie and retake the lead, but every time they did, South Summit would respond in a big way as Welch sends them up 5 into the half, 26-21. Stay tuned because coming up we have the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. You're listening to Emery Basketball right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop eating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Emery Spartans Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call them at 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back in to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. At the half, the Spartans down to the Wildcats of South Summit 26-21, and you can give that credit to Maddox Welch, who hit a big three-pointer as time expired to help put the Wildcats up by 5. Throughout the second quarter, the Spartans were battling. They had several moments where they could either take the lead or tie the game, but every time they just weren't able to capitalize, and then South Summit would respond in kind. So the Wildcats, to their credit, playing spectacular team-based basketball. You look around, 5 players in the scoring column for the Wildcats. Bill Harris leads the way with 12. Right behind him, Maddox Welch with 9. All 9 coming from beyond the arc. Blaze Osgathorpe has 3. Calvin Loftus has 1, and Carson Morris has 1 as well. From the line today, the Wildcats are shooting 1 of 4. For Emery, it's a similar story, a very balanced effort for the Spartans. Porter Citrid leads the way with 8, hitting 2 big threes to help cut into the Wildcat advantage. A.J. Thomas has 5, and then we have a quadruplets with 2. Breck has 2, Maddox has 2, Garrett Conover has 2, and Logan Lester has 2 as well. Looking at scoring by quarter after 1, the Spartans down 14-9 to the Wildcats. They bounce back in a big way, scoring 12 in that second frame. Outscoring South Summit by 1 makes it a 26-21 affair heading into the fourth quarter. Now we're going to take a look at some scores from around the state. One of particular interest happening over in Green River and our sister station KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. KRPX 95.3 The Peak. That's where I'm used to calling these games, so I'm used to throwing it over here to our sister station. But at the half, Green River up over the Dinos of Carbon 40-28. So Green River looking to make a statement win as they faced so much tragedy over the past week. They have really come out and they have defeated a very talented Tabiona team, and now they're on their way to beating the Dinos. Their lone loss on the day that tragic accident happened. They were only defeated in overtime. So Green River, a team who really to keep an eye on if you are into 1A basketball, because they are looking to make some noise. Now the Spartans getting ready to warm up on the floor, but first the cheer team will take precedent. We'll take a look at some other scores from around the state while we are here at the half. Enterprise up over North Sevier 24-17. Millard up over Milford 45-38. One former region foe and one familiar face. Manti up over Juab at the halftime break 26-23. At the half, Richfield down to Hurricane 34-25. And after one, Grantsville up over North San Pete 13-9. So a very competitive day of basketball from around the state. And we got the halftime score coming in right now from Grantsville. It's 26-20 in favor of the Cowboys. North San Pete scrapping with Grantsville. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Spartans because it has been a busy start to the year, and it's only gonna, not going to get busier. They have 2 more games remaining before the moratorium and the change of the year. They're going to be back here in the Spartan Center next Wednesday as they take on the Wildcats of Richfield, a game which always feels like a rivalry. Those 2 teams, lots of history between them, so going to be a good showing. And then they travel to Snow College on Friday the 19th to face American Heritage Academy. Now, that's a rematch of last year's 3A second rounds where the Spartans upset a team who was expected to compete for a state championship in the Patriots. Going to be a good showing between both of those 2 teams. I'm excited for it. Jordan and Travis going to have you covered in all aspects of that. Now, in terms of what the Spartans need to do here to keep things rolling in the second half. Number one, I liked their much improved ball movement in the second quarter. Something that has also aided their offense is players not being afraid to go into contact. They're not shying away from physicality, and that's played much to their advantage, namely A.J. Thomas able to bully his way into the paint. If you can get them to collapse around you, you're going to have your shooters open around the perimeter. Breck's done a good job of that as well, driving in before kicking out. You've seen a lot of development from Breck since his freshman season, but going to be interesting to see how the rest of this game plays out. If you're South Summit, you're just going to keep on keeping on, going to keep the same offense flowing, moving it around the perimeter. That 4-out look so effective for the Wildcats as they've been able to really roll it all over the place. Their 3-point shooting is what sets them apart. I talked to assistant coach Will Harris before this game began, and he said the plan going into tonight was to shoot the lights out, and they have done just that. So South Summit looking to bounce back from a win against Union from Wednesday. The Spartans looking to continue their winning ways and move to 8-2 on the year. It's going to be an exciting finish. We'll be right back with more of the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. You're listening to Emery Basketball here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, as well as on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Carbon. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in Historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
The Spartans play here.
This is Maddox Tanny, number 12. This is Miles Warrenson, number 13.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Aiden Mortensen here with you at the Spartan Center in beautiful Castledale, Utah, as Emery finds themselves down at the half 26-21 to the Wildcats of South Summit. Going to be an exciting second half of action. South Summit up by 5 thanks to some heroics at the buzzer by Maddox Welch. Hits a 3 as time expires to help increase South Summit's advantage. But now entering quarter number 3, Emery gets to start with the ball. It's going to be Griffin inbounding to Thomas as we are up and away. Spartans now going left to right on your radio dial. They're in the white uniforms with the black lettering and yellow outlines. So they get the ball to Conover in the high post. Handoff to Griffin. He wraps around. Pull up from 15. Can't get it to fall, rattles around before being rebounded by South Summit. They'll push the other way. Harris has the ball poked away from him, but they're able to recover. They get it outside to Bill Harris before getting it into the hands of Welch. Back to Joey Harris resetting the offense with 20 left on the shot clock. Bounce pass, moving the ball around. They get it to Welch. He'll take a 3. Quick release, won't fall. Rebound Conover. And Thomas gets to push the other way for Emery. To Tanny. Fakes the handoff, drives down the lane. He'll take the fader off the back iron. Can't connect. Rebound goes South Summit. They'll push the other direction as they get into the hands of Joey Harris. Surveys the floor. 2-3 defense for the Spartans. Trying to find something, collapsing quickly. They pass up into the high post to Osgothorpe. Try to pass down low to Jack Johnson, but poked away by the Spartans. They sling it up to AJ. He's hit hard. And they're waiting for a call from the official. Is this going to be a foul, or they're going to call it a jump ball? Possession arrow in favor of South Summit. I think you can justify a lot of foul or calls in that situation. I don't know if jump ball is one of them, but the officials get the final say as South Summit gets to take it the other direction. Still 26-21, 6:45 and counting. Joey Harris navigating around Emery in the 3-2, playing up from the baseline, leaving one unguarded down low. Back to Harris. They swing around. They find Welch. Back and forth they go between him and Harris. Now they find Bill Harris. Back to Joey. Yo-yos through the legs before finding Osgothorpe in the high post. Forced to kick out to Bill Harris. He'll take the three, and Bill connects. Having himself a night. He's got 15. 29-21 advantage for the Wildcats. Thomas brings the ball to the right wing. Spins down into the lane. Forced to kick out. Finds Conover. To Citrid. His three. Too heavy. Rebound, Joey Harris for the Wildcats. He has a lane. He'll go up with the left. Blocked by Porter. Citrid goes out of bounds, but great hustle by the senior. Keeps 2 easy points off the board as South Summit lines up on the E of Emery along the baseline. Harris slaps the ball before searching around. They try and sling it to Osgothorpe on the left wing, but it goes off the foot of a Spartan. Going to stay in possession of South Summit. Still 29-21 with 5:54 and counting. Emery just unable to get shots to fall early on in the third quarter. Now South Summit gets a second chance. Joey Harris again, the floor general this trip down, conducting the offense. Slings to Bill Harris. To Welch. Round the horn it goes before ending up in the arms of Bill Harris yet again. They get into the high post. Kick out to Welch. Shot fake. He'll drive inside. Bounce pass down low. Poked away. Fight for it. Citrid comes up with it for the Spartans. He'll slow things down. Crossover. Drive in. He has a lane. Fakes the pass. Little jelly action as Porter Citrid gets to the hoop. He's into double digits now with 10. Joey Harris now along the right side. Into the high post. Pass out to Welch. He tries an answer back with a three. Can't get it to fall. Rebound. Bill Harris nearly steps out of bounds. Keeps it alive to Osgothorpe in the right low block. Battles his way down before going up and in. Blake Osgothorpe's got 5. Thomas slings to Griffin, not paying attention. Ball goes out and a timeout called by Coach Justice. He needs a second to talk things over with the players, and I think that's a right timeout call at the right time. They had themselves within 5, but now down 8 with 4:57 left to go. The Spartans just not starting off in an ideal fashion as South Summit really doing an excellent job coming out of the locker room. We saw this in their game earlier in the year against Carbon. They were held scoreless in the second frame, but exploded in the third quarter for 23 points, eventually winning that game against the Dinos by 16. So a lot of time to come back for Emery, but right now things not looking their best. Over on our sister station, 95.3 The Peak, the Dinos, again, taking on another Emery team in the Green River Pirates, down 54-43 going into the fourth quarter. So Green River looking to come away with a major win against a much bigger school. I've told you once, I'll tell you it again, that's a scrappy group they have down there in Green River. Love what I'm seeing from that program. They're battling hard, and they're looking to make a statement. Spartans retaking the floor. Your 5 on the floor for Emery will be Conover, Thomas, Griffin, Citrid, and Tanny. Quick race in for South Summit. They're trying to take advantage of a lackadaisical off-the-bench action, but stolen away by Conover. Good return by the Spartans. Thomas goes behind the back, drives inside, kicks out to Griffin. He'll take the deep 3, connects! Breck breaks the ice and gets up to 5 on the evening. 31-26, back within 5 for the Spartans. Joey Harris in between the circles, takes a screen and drives to the left side. Inside the high post, poked away by Griffin. Gets it up to Tanny. Goes up strong. Lots of contact, no whistle. Fight for it as chaos is reigning on the floor. South Summit now in full possession. Drive inside by Osgothorpe. Backs down Tanny. Kicks back outside to a wide open Welch. That one's gonna hurt. Maddox Welch, the 3-point sniper, makes it rain. Not a man within 10 feet, and he makes the Spartans pay 34-26. Conover with the ball on the right post. Kicks out to Tanny, to Thomas to the left wing to reset. Handoff, Citron. He'll take a contested three. Skips off the bottom of the backboard. Rebound, Conover. Putback won't fall. Rebound, South Summit. Emery just unable to find the bottom of the basket as Osgothorpe drives inside. And they are going to call the foul against Osgothorpe. Tanny sacrifices his body and draws the charge for the Spartans. What a play by the junior, absorbing contact, keeping his feet planted, takes an easy fast break from South Summit. Thomas heads to the bench, and in his stead comes Lester, who will take over floor general duties this trip down. Spartans down 8, 34-26. Lester yo-yos the ball through his legs, trying to find Conover. He does in the left wing. Handoff to Citron in the same spot. Thinks about the three, won't take it. Instead, back outside. Takes the three from the right wing, won't fall. Rebound, Garrett. He'll put up the floater. Can't get that one either. Rebound goes to South Summit. Welch racing up the floor for the Wildcats. Handoff in the same spot. They find Johnson. Looking around, trying to get something going. To Welch in between the circles, to Bill Harris. Back to Welch, 20 seconds and ticking on the shot clock. As they get the ball into the hands of Jack Johnson. They're moving around the perimeter to Osgothorpe, 9 seconds and ticking. To Welch, he'll drive down the right lane, forced to hand off to Osgothorpe. He'll take a three. Can't get the lucky bounce, but rebound goes South Summit, pulling it down Joey Harris. And instead, ball passed all the way back, and they're going to call a backcourt violation against the Wildcats. Clamp down effort by the Spartans that go around as they keep this one, 34-26 with 2:35 left to go in the third quarter. Emery sets up along their own baseline on the Y of Emery. Conover, quick inbound, finds Tanny, shoved on the shot, no whistle, and he's unable to make it. Rebound goes to South Summit. Pulling it down was Joey Harris. Yo-yo in the ball around. Dribbles to the left wing. Now to the high post. Hands it off to Jack Johnson. Kicks out to Joey. Tries to drive along and sling it out. Steps on the baseline. South Summit wants the foul call. They're saying he was shoved. The official says otherwise. Score remains 34-26 with 2:16 left to go. Emery the other way. They find Conover in the right high post. Passes off to Griffin on the right wing. He'll drive in. Shot from 10. Won't fall. Conover scrambles for it. Out rebounds three. Kicks out to Lester. Can't answer. Had a chance, but goes the other way for South Summit. Joey Harris, bounce pass. Shot fake, they swing it around. They find Johnson now to Harris. Down the pipeline. Nothing but net for the sharp shooting South Summit Wildcats. As Joey Harris, despite that being his first points of the game, has had a major impact in this contest. Forcing a timeout with 1:45 left to go. They've gone up by double digits, 37-26. South Summit playing their minds out here in the third frame. Can hardly miss. Emery having opportunities. They've taken good shots. They've found the open players, but the shots just not falling. A lid on the basket. As both teams retake the court. Emery looking to try and find some action. Now they have the ball coming out of the timeout. Johansson checking into the game. Bench unit coming in for the Spartans. As they drive into the high post, they find Conover. He backs down his man, puts up the fader off the front of the rim. Won't fall. Rebound goes instead to South Summit. They'll race the other way. They'll get an open shot by Osgothorpe on the right corner. Can't connect, but rebound goes to South Summit. Their offensive rebounding has separated them in this contest. Every time they miss a shot, it feels like they get 2 or 3 extra chances. Tenacious on the glass are the Wildcats. 2 substitutions coming in for South Summit. Brighton Hansen back into the game alongside Carson Morris. Riker Bowen. As South Summit goes for the inbound kick to the left corner where they find Hansen. He brings that outside to Harris on the left wing. Drive in. Forced to kick back out to Johnson. And he is going to be whistled for the travel. Emery goes the other way. The defense coming up in a major way again. 37-26, minute 10 left to go in the third quarter. As Lester brings it along the left side to the left wing. Takes the screen by Conover. Drives inside before he brings it back outside. Hands off to Conover. He'll take the 3 and he'll rattle it home. A momentum swinging shot by Garrett Conover makes it 37-29 as the big man hits from deep. Harris now for South Summit on the right wing. Takes a few dribbles, fakes the handoff to Johnson. He'll drive in instead along the baseline, loses the ball. Goes off his foot, but they're saying last touch goes against the Spartans, so it'll say Wildcat ball. Welch back into the game, as well as Maddox Tanny coming in for the Spartans. He'll come in for a moment as Porter Citron heads to the bench. Joey Harris, the inbound man for the Wildcats, slaps the ball. Surveys before getting it into Welch. He'll take the quick no hesitation 3. Nearly rattles it, but can't get it to fall. Rebound Tanny, handoff immediately to Griffin. Swinging it around the perimeter. Shot clock turned off. And looks like they're trying to communicate that error. 32 seconds left. South Summit up 37-29 here. With 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Both teams at 1 foul apiece. Not going to be a problem for either. As a quick substitution, Osgathorpe back into the contest. Out of the game will come Bowen. As the inbound goes to the Spartans, Lester behind the back. Isolation against Joey Harris. Slings a sidearm pass. Finds Johansson to Griffin. Tipped up in the air. Johansson recovers. Kicks out to Tanny on the left corner. Dribbles around. Finds Lester. He has a lane down the baseline. Fights through contact, and he gets the whistle. Nearly gets the and one to fall, but too strong on the way up. Will send Logan to the line. First free throws of the second half coming here, courtesy of Logan Lester. The Spartans today shooting 2 of 5 from the line. First shot up and pure for Lester. He's got 3 in the contest. Second is up and pure as well. Logan does a good job bouncing back. As South Summit races the other direction, they get the ball into the hands of Joey Harris. Shoulders down Johansson before handing the ball off to Welch. They move the ball around, back into the hands of Harris. They kick to Welch, but a foul going to be whistled against Johansson. No harm, no foul on that one. The Spartans with only 1 foul in the third quarter. Going to be the second foul whistled, however, against Johansson. South Summit with 3 seconds left to get off a shot. Chance of defense raining from the crowd. They get into Osgathorpe with the easy tip in. What a play by South Summit. Sneaking along the backside does Blake Osgathorpe and gets the fancy lay-in off the inbound pass for South Summit. 39-31 heading into the final frame of action. We'll be right back with more Emery basketball right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, as well as on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Emery.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
Step Step inside the brand new designer home interior showroom on Main Street in Spanish Fork. Everything you need in one place. Hardwoods, LVP, carpet, cabinets, countertops, window coverings, furniture, rugs, and accessories. They carry all the major brands you know and trust. Plus, with professional designers on staff, you'll get the experts to bring your vision to life. Visit dhifloors.com today and request a quote. Designer Home Interiors, where design and style come together under one roof.
The Spartans play here.
This is Maddox Tanny, number 12. This is Miles Warrenson, number 13.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back as Griffin opens the fourth and final quarter with a shot from the wing that won't fall. Emery down 39-31 with 7:45 left to go as they get the ball into the hands of Joey Harris the other way for South Summit. Kicks outside, finds Maddox Welch, who's been having himself a day. 4 threes made on the evening. He looks in between the pipelines, pass to Osgothorpe. Back and forth they go before finding Bill Harrison. He connects from NBA range. He's got 18 on the night, leads all scorers from both sides. Griffin now with the ball on the right wing. Crossover, has some separation before swinging over to Lester. Handoff, ball poked away from Johansson. Foul on the ground, first whistled in the frame against either team. South Summit picks it up first. Second personal foul whistled against Joey Harris as A.J. Thomas comes into the contest for Emery alongside Porter Citrid. Conover on the right wing. Hands off to Griffin in the same spot before driving along the baseline. Sling out to A.J. He'll take the shot fake, kicks outside to Citrid. He is 3, rattles home. Porter Citrid got 13 for the Spartans. 42-34 sits the score. Harris, the slide bounce pass to Welch along the baseline before finding Osgothorpe, who puts up the fader, guarded closely by Tanny. Can't fall. Great defense coming from Maddox. AJ racing the other way. Stutter step drives in, then the floater can't fall. Scramble for it. South Summit comes up with it as they drive the other way. Easy layup for Brighton Hansen. Blows it on the fast break as Emery slows the pace down with Breck. Has a lane, drives along the right side, gets fouled on his way there. So second team foul whistled against South Summit. A good aggressive move by Breck to get to the basket. And he had the right idea on the kick out too. That happened after the foul. So a good sequence coming for Breck. That's going to be the fourth personal foul whistled against Brighton Hansen. So he's going to take a seat probably until the end of the quarter, if not the end of the game. Thomas surveying around. Pass off to Tanny on the right low block. To Thomas. They find Griffin. He'll take a 3 from the right wing. Lots of contact. Won't fall. No whistle. South Summit with the rebound. Emery fans letting the officiating crew hear their displeasure as Joey Harris brings the ball along down the pipeline. Crosses the 10-second stripe. Back to Welch. They move the ball around the perimeter, finding any opening in the Emery defense. They find Johnson in the high post. Kick out to Joey Harris. He'll take the 3. Skips off the front iron to the backboard. Can't connect. Conover with the rebound. Up to AJ. He has a lane. Drives to the right. And they're going to call a blocking foul on the ground as the third team foul against South Summit. 5:48 left to go here in the final frame of action on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. As a timeout called by the Spartans, Coach Justice looking to rally the troops. Leading the way for Emery, Porter Citrid's got 13 points in the contest and then a balanced scoring effort thereafter. Garrett Conover has 5, Breck has 5, Logan Lester has 4, and Maddox has 2. So a good balanced effort by the Spartans. For South Summit, a similar story. Bill Harris, 18 points in the contest, leading all scorers. Maddox Welch has 12 off of 4 3-pointers. Blake Osgothorpe has 7. Joey Harris has 3. And the duo of Calvin Loftus and Carson Morris have 1. So Emery looking to lock down the perimeter as they go into the final 5:48 of action. South Summit will receive, or Emery will receive the ball coming out of the timeout. Inbound man will be Citrid. Gives it a slap before surveying the floor. Gets it in to Breck. He'll take the right corner 3. rattles, can't get it to fall, skips around like a ping pong ball as the fight for the rebound goes around. South Summit knocks it out, but they're saying last touch. Emery 42-34 with 5:42 left to go. South Summit in possession. Joey Harris crossing the timeline. Yo-yos the ball through his legs. Guarded closely by Citron. Handoff goes Johnson. Now to Osgathorpe. Back to Joey. Poked away. Surveying the floor. Sliding. Bounce pass as he goes to the ground as Osgathorpe finishes with the right. 44-34. South Summit up double digits with 5:15 left in the contest. Citron on the right wing. Kicks out to Griffin. Handoff in the same spot on the right wing. Drives inside, does Citron. Loses the ball. Grabs his ankle, but quickly runs back. All looks to be well with him as Osgathorpe, guarded by Griffin, draws the foul. A good diving effort by Breck to poke it away. The official didn't like all the contacts he was seeing. Now Lester gets to come into the contest in place of Garrett. Emery running smaller, looking to get more perimeter shots up. Logan, when he gets going, can be a lethal three-point shooter as the ball goes into Joey Harris inside the final 5 now. To the left wing, he dribbles, hands off to Osgathorpe in the same spot. Moves it around to Carson Morris. Back to Harris. He's guarded by Citron. Nowhere to go. Picks up his dribble. Forced to pass it back outside. Moving around. They get to Osgathorpe. Drives down the left lane. Nearly poked away. Puts up the floater. Won't fall. Rebound AJ. Fights through contact to pull it down. They swing it up to Tanny. He has an open lane. Tries to throw it down, but can't get it to Breck. Breck hits the ground hard. Grimace of pain on his face, but he's back up as Citron contemplates the deep three before taking it. Won't fall. 44-34. Still 10-point deficit for the Spartans as Joey Harris again brings it up for South Summit. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Back to Harris. It ends up in the right wing. Sets up the offense yet again. 17 on the shot clock. Has a lane. Drives inside to the free throw line. Beautiful sling pass down low, but blocked by A.J. Thomas. Tanny with the rebound. Swings up to Citron. Crossover. Nearly takes his own ankles as he's shoved to the ground. No whistle. South Summit races the other way. Osgathorpe behind the back. Kicks to Harris. 3. Can't connect. Rebound Griffin. Looking to push the pace. An effort. A lob. Won't fall. A flashy play at the wrong time, but they're going to call a foul against South Summit. The officials doing Emery some favors. I get the rationale of trying to go for the flashy finish on the alley-oop, but not in this situation when you're trying to storm back. 44-34 sits the score. Foul whistled against Loftus. Excuse me, they'll call that against Osgathorpe. His second. 2 substitutions as Welch and Bill Harris back into the game for South Summit. Little miscommunication as all players remain on the floor. Officials still talking about how to call that one. They're going to say it is a shooting foul. So Tanny going to head to the line. He's 1 of 2 on the day from the stripe. 0 of 2 on the day from the stripe. Emery overall as a team shooting 4 of 7. First shot up. Tanny off the front of the rim. Won't connect. 50% for the Spartans from the stripe. Now substitutions coming in. Welch and Bill Harris back into the contest as Tanny prepares for his second shot. 3:35 left to go. 44-34 sits the score here in the Spartan Center. Tanny looks around, fans on their feet for South Summit. Second shot up, he'll connect on that one. Tanny's got 3. Emery 5 of 9 from the line today. Their shots just haven't been falling in most situations. Harris back into the game. Joey coming back in as to the bench heads Peyton Morris. Full court pressure coming for the Spartans, running more of a man look press as they get it into Osgathorpe. Dump pass up top. They find Bill Harris. He's facing double team pressure along the scorer's table. Kicks it up to Joey. Picks up on the free throw line, extended before kicking out to Osgathorpe. Clears the way for Joey Harris to retake control of the offense in between the circles. Conducting traffic. Guarded closely by Lester. Drives to his right before swinging the pass to Welch. Back to Harris. Into the high post. They find an opening to Bill Harris. He connects from range. Bill Harris into the 20s with 21 points. He's raining it down on Emery. He has been near unstoppable all night. When the ball is in his hands, it has felt like it has been an instant 2 or 3 for South Summit. 3:06 remaining with Emery down 12, 47-35. We'll take a quick break here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, but we'll be right back with the thrilling conclusion to today's game. You're listening to Emery Basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
The Spartans play here.
This is Porter Citrid, number 2.
This is Brett Griffin, number 0.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into Emery High basketball. The Spartans down 47-35 here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Entering into the final minute. 3 minutes of today's competition. Lester with the ball, hands off to Griffin on the left wing. Fakes the handoff to Lester, drives along the left baseline. He'll go in. He's hit as he goes up. He'll be rewarded with the foul and a trip to the charity stripe. Your 5 on the floor for the Spartans. Logan Lester, A.J. Thomas, Garrett Conover, Brett Griffin, and Porter Citrid. Porter leads all scorers for the Spartans with 13 points on the evening. He's been a key factor in keeping Emery in this one, as Griffin toes the line for shot number 1. He strokes it home. A good job by Griffin, keeping his composure at the line. Emery moving to 6 of 10. 60% from the line in today's contest. Few low dribbles coming for Breck as he goes for shot number 2. Off the front of the rim, scramble for the rebound. AJ looking to come up with it. And a jump ball whistled, possession arrow in favor of South Summit. So a scrappy effort coming for Thomas as they call Diamond and they go into their press. The ever-famous Emery press call of Diamond. 2-2-1 sits the lineup. As quick stoppage in play to clean something up off the field, or off the court. Looks to be some pom-pom strands. Over on our sister station, KRPX 95.3 The Peak, we're headed to overtime as the Dinos have come storming back to tie up the Pirates 64-64 in Green River. Back here, full court press action. They sling it up to Bill Harris, to Welch, now to Joey Harris. They're looking to cross the timeline, and they will. Joey now content to let time tick down. He's guarded closely by Lester, the senior against the sophomore. And a drive inside and a whistle. And they are going to say on the arm against Lester. His arms were back while guarding Harris, but the official has a better vantage point of the action than I do up here in the stands. But South Summit ball, regardless. They loft it in to Joey Harris with a fresh shot clock and a fresh 35 to waste down. Harris will drive down the left lane, has the ball poked away, but Welch will recover. Drives to the high post before kicking to Osgothorpe. Hand off to Harris in between the circles. Drives to the high post, takes the hop step, and he's whistled for a travel. Emery with a renewed sense of life, down 11, 47-36. 2:22 left to go here. As South Summit with 5 team fouls in the frame. So next one will send Emery to the line. Bounce pass to Conover, poked away by Osgothorpe. He goes up with the layup, can't get it to fall, and they are going to say foul on the shot. It was a good hustle back effort by Garrett, but ultimately they are going to whistle that one a flagrant against Conover, and that will put Osgothorpe all alone at the line on the left end of the floor. looking to put a few more daggers into any hopes of an Emery comeback as Osgothorpe takes the first. He'll rattle it home. He's into double digits now with 10. 3 Wildcats in the double digits with Harris with 21, Welch with 12, and now Osgothorpe joins with 10. 48-36, down 12 are the Spartans. Second shot from Osgothorpe, up and in, up to 11. And the lead goes to 13, 49-36, with 2:12 left to go. Along the baseline, Joey Harris will inbound on the Y for South Summit. Slings it out to Bill Harris. He'll take a quick three, and they will convert a 5-point swing against the Spartans. Harris has 24. Emery down 52-36. Citron, jab step, drives down the left lane, puts it up, draws the contact, and one for Porter. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3 points the old-fashioned way. 52-38, Emery trying to recover from the 5-point swing caused by that flagrant. 2 free throws coming from Osgothorpe and a 3 raining down from Bill Harris made this one a tall task, but Emery with a minute 57 left looks to do some damage. Citron's shot up, and he'll convert on the 3-point play. He's got 14. Full court pressure still coming from the Spartans. They'll get it to Harris along the right side. They'll cross court to Johnson. Sends the bounce pass down low to Bill Harris. Kicks outside to Welch. Wide open. No one closes out, and he makes the Spartans pay because of it. Welch is 15 on 5 threes and a timeout called on the floor as the Spartans down 16, 55-39 with a minute 41 left to go. Emery had all the makings of a comeback entering into the final frame, but a potent South Summit offense has really ignited a flame, and they continue to hit from everywhere they shoot. 55-39 sits the score. Coach Justice drawing up the game plan as the buzzer whistles to return to the floor. Emery's chances of a comeback slipping away further and further as time continues to tick down. Carbon pulls off the win over in Green River. 66-64, sinking 2 free throws with 0.2 seconds left, and the Dinos escape with a win over a scrappy Green River team who at several points looked like they were going to come away with the victory. Emery goes the other way. Thomas kicks over to Griffin on the right wing, back to Thomas in between the circles. Looks around before getting the ball to Citron. He'll take the deep 3 from the left wing. Air ball, and goes bouncing out of bounds. 55-39 sits the score. Emery still down, and they call off the press. So Joey Harris content to walk down floor in no hurry now as that clock continues to tick down time in favor of the Wildcats. Drives to the left before passing off to Welch. He'll take a quick 3, feeling himself, but skips off the left iron. Quick pass up to Citron. Goes up, and he'll draw a heavy contact. And he's going to get another trip to the line. A good job selling the foul by Porter. He's going to have a chance to keep that clock stopped and keep Emery up with the score. Coach Justice arguing that more contact happened. He wants a similar flagrant to what South Sevier was awarded. 55-39 as Emery and Citron toes the line. First shot up. He's up to 15 with the make. Emery, 7-12 from the line, so after a sloppy start from the charity stripe, good things have been performed by Emery. As Citron goes for shot number 2, he'll connect. 2 of 2 on that trip to the line. 3 of 3 in the fourth quarter is Porter. Joey Harris, down the floor he goes. Across the midcourt, Spartan. And a whistle blown from the far side. And they're just resetting the shot clock to 30 seconds. Loftus into the contest as Bill Harris takes a seat to a standing ovation, and you can't blame him, as into the game does Brighton Hansen. Bill Harris with a statement tonight. He had 24 in the game. Inbound goes to Jack Johnson of the South Summit Wildcats. To the right wing he goes. Pass to Loftus. dribbles around. Handoff goes to Hansen. Navigating the floor. Can't find anything. Good defense by Breck, but they're going to whistle a foul. Fourth team against Emery, so no shots coming yet for the Wildcats. Inbound this trip around will be Jack Johnson. Fourth personal whistled against Breck. One more, and he will be disqualified, but with 45 seconds left, seemingly not a matter in the world. Inbound goes to Loftus to Johnson. Down low into the paint, now to Loftus in between the circles, facing double team pressure. Kicks to the high post, bounce pass down low, as Breck does in fact pick up his fifth, and that will send to the line Riker Bowen, the senior. Riker scoreless so far in the contest, but a chance to cushion South Summit's advantage just a little bit more in the final 34 as the fifth personal whistled against Breck. Johansson going to come in for Breck following that fifth and final foul with 34 seconds left. Shot clock going to be turned off the remainder of the game. As Emery on the verge of falling to 7-3 on the season. That's no small feat either to beat this Emery team at home, a place where they've been oh so effective, only losing one game prior as the first shot from Bowen goes awry, still 55-41. Second shot is up, can't connect on that one either as the fight for the rebound results in a jump ball possession arrow in favor of Emery. The Spartans will have it for the final 32. AJ with the inbound. Swing to Citron on the left wing. Drives into the hoop, and they're going to call an on-the-arm foul against South Summit. Now, regardless if it was shooting, it will be a trip to the line for Porter as South Summit in the bonus. So Emery gets a chance at the line. Porter 3 of 3 in the fourth quarter, 2 of 2. His last trip to the line on the day. Emery 8 of 13. And he sinks that one. Nothing but net for Porter. Second shot coming, strokes that one home as well. Porter's got 18 in the contest as Emery shoots 66% from the line, 10 of 15. Johnson content to let the clock run out. He'll dribble it out near midcourt as Emery falls to the Wildcats of South Summit, 55-43. Emery had several valiant comeback efforts, but sharp shooting from South Summit sealed the deal as the Wildcats move to 6-1 on the year. Emery, on the other hand, falls to 7-3. Again, that's only the second home loss for the Spartans on the year in a season that's included many, many road trips early on. We'll take a quick break and then be right back with the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. You're listening to Emery Basketball right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, as well as on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Emery. We'll be right back.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Golf Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Discover the best in local flavor at Stewart's Market in Castledale and Main Street Market in Farron. Enjoy the largest fresh produce section around. Ripe, vibrant, and hand-selected just for you. The personal butcher ensures every cut is just right, and the deli delights with ready-to-eat favorites. Shop fresh, shop local, and taste the difference community makes. Only at Stewart's Market and Main Street Market. Come home to quality and hometown service today.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main and Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 22. This is Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the Castle Valley the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show again. The Spartans of Emery falling to South Summit 55-43 at home in the Spartan Center. Only the second home loss on the year for Emery, a team who's been oh so good at home in a early season that's been filled with trips on the road. Looking at scoring by quarter after one, South Summit up 14-9 over the Spartans, and from there Emery battled back in the second, outscoring them by a single point, making it 26-21 heading into the halftime break. You got to give credit there to Maddox Welch, who hit a dagger three as time expired in the second to put the Wildcats up by 5. Then in the third, it was a very similar story. Emery did what they could to keep pace, but South Summit does outscore them in the frame 39-31, and then from there, it was all South Summit, ending the game 55-43. Looking at scoring by team, Bill Harris led all scorers in the contest with 24 points for the Wildcats. Behind him, Maddox Welch with 15, all 5 coming from beyond the arc, and then Blake Osgathorpe had 11. Joey Harris pitched in 3, but his impact was felt far beyond scoring. He played nearly the entire game, and he conducted the offense beautifully. He was the one navigating, opening up Harris, Welch, and Osgathorpe for their shots. He's a true general, a conductor on the floor. Then rounding out the scoring for South Summit, Carson Morris had 1 and Calvin Loftus had 1 for a total of 55. Moving to the Spartans, a similar story in terms of balanced effort. Porter Citrid led the way, 18 points on the night, falling 3 points short of his season average, but a good showing from Porter. Right behind him, you had Brett Griffin with 6. AJ Thomas had 5, as did Garrett Conover. Logan Lester had 4, and Maddox Tanny closed the evening with 3. That brings us to a total of 43. The Spartans' biggest flaw in that game, was that there were times when South Summit would find themselves up along the perimeter and they would not have anyone within 5 to 10 feet of them. They were taking open threes all night long, and they were making the Spartans pay for it, as you can see from Welch's 5 3-pointers for 15 points. It was a great showing from the seniors of South Summit. Another aspect that really helped elevate them over Emery was the stellar offensive rebounding shown by the Wildcats. It felt like every time they missed, which felt like a rarity at times, there would be 3 or 4 other chances for the Wildcats to try and get points on the board. They did that oh so well. Emery just needing a little more height to try and crash that glass, and it's always a struggle when you have no reserve bigs. Again, an injury happening at the very start of the JV game takes out backup center Miles Mortensen, so a lot of height lacking for Emery off the bench, but you got to give credit where credit is due. South Summit saw any opportunity they could, and they took it. It was a good showing from the Wildcats, again winning today 55-43 over the Spartans here in Castledale. Emery falls to 7-3 on the season, but South Summit advances to 6-1. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for the Spartans, they've got one more game here at the Spartan Center before Christmas break and the winter moratorium takes hold. On Wednesday, December 17th, they'll be taking on the Richfield Wildcats. Jordan and Travis will be bringing you the action that night starting at 6:30 p.m. with the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Tip-off to follow at 7 p.m. Then they close out the preseason as they travel to Snow College in Ephraim to take on American Heritage, a rematch of last year's thrilling state second round action where Emery upset a team who everyone thought was state championship bound in American Heritage. The Patriots going to be hungry for a win. Emery looking to bounce back and continue their winning ways against the prep school. So that is what's coming up for Emery. Looking over at our sister station, KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Carbon able to pull off the upset in the final seconds of the game, hitting a pair of free throws with 0.2 seconds left on the clock as they advance to a victory over Green River, 64-62. So the Dinos getting a win over there. You can watch that game as well as a recap of tonight's contest over on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Carbon and Castle Country Emery, respectively. You can watch live games as well as go back and relive the action of your favorite moments in Dino or Spartan athletics. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be right back here on the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. You're listening to Emery Spartan Basketball right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start. You're looking for somewhere you can be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here.
This is Porter Citrid, number 2.
This is Brett Griffin, number 0.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Again, the Spartans falling to South Summit 55-43. A hot shooting night from South Summit helped plow the way forward as Emery falls to 7-3 on the season, earning only their second home loss on the year. South Summit bounces back from a loss to Union earlier this week. They now sit at 6-1 on the season. Moving on over into some scores from around the state. We talked about this one quite a bit throughout the broadcast over on our sister station, KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. A pseudo rivalry taking place between the Carbon Dinos and the Green River Pirates. Green River held control for a majority of the game, but a pair of free throws with 0.2 seconds left elevated the Dinos over Green River 66-64. So a good showing there from Carbon. A lot of grit and determination. At some other scores, two familiar foes facing off tonight as Manti defeats Juab 51-50. Beaver falls to Parowan 71-35. South Sevier beats Gunnison 72-49. Millard with a dominant double-digit victory over Milford 82-63. Enterprise beats North Sevier 51-34. Hurricane beats Richfield 60-45. And scores still trickling in, so if we have any more by the end, but at the end of 3, Grantsville up 35-32 over North St. Pete. So a lot of familiar teams in the 3A rankings who are right around the Bend region. Crazy to think, almost here. And I'm looking forward to it. Emery and Carbon in the same region always causes a lot of fireworks and a lot to look forward to in that contest. You look at the free throw shooting tonight from the Spartans. 10 of 15, so about 66% from the line. They had an iffy first half when it came to making shots from the stripe, but in the second half they bounced back in a big way, including a 5 of 5 performance in the fourth from Porter Citrid. That helped him get to his total of 18 on the evening as again Emery falls 55-43. That is going to do it for us here from the Spartan Center here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. We're going to be right back in action coming up right around the bend next week as Richfield comes to the Spartan Center for a rivalry showdown. That's one of my favorite games, is whenever Emery and Richfield hit the floor. That's a storied history, melted with state championships, regular season showdowns, lots of beef between these two teams, and it's always a fun game when the Wildcats come to town. We hope you enjoyed listening to this broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. And remember, if you want to go back and relive tonight's action or any other Emery action from this season, head on over to YouTube at Castle Country Radio Emery. You're going to be able to find live games as well as archives of all of our contests where you can relive your favorite moments with Spartan athletics, whether it be football, whether it be baseball, whether it be basketball. We have you covered right here on Castle Country Radio. We're going to return you now to regular program. Signing off for Castle Country Radio and KOAL,